The Force is with you, young Skywalker. But you are not a Jedi yet.
Hey, what is up, YouTube fans? Dupree, aka Darth Vader, here with my first thoughts, review, and reaction of Andor Episode 5. But before we get into it, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and check out the last video because you already know that helps out the channel, and it was a very good one. I'm gonna be real. I watched this as it came out at 12 a.m. my time. Fell asleep during it. That's one thing I can say about this show. It's very good writing. The writing is very good by the Gilroy brothers. Like, it's very good. The acting by everybody, the whole cast is on point. But the pacing, oh my god. This is like watching episode 1, 2, and 3 again from this series. Like, it was back to just like snoozing for me. But Cassian and like the ground team are gearing up and plotting to get ready to sneak into the Imperial base and steal the credits and the ship. Meanwhile, Mon Mothma is at home, like debating with her, her husband about this dinner that was Sly Moore. If you guys don't know, Sly Moore is the Palpatine's aide in the Senate, the kind of vampire-looking-ish alien that's in, you can see her in episode 1, 2, or 3, I believe, yeah. And then also arguing with her teenage daughter who doesn't want to go. And then I forget the name of the security guy who worked for the Cooper Center, who got, demoted and had to go back home to live with his mom, reeling from that kind of defeat, talking with his mom about what he's gonna do next. All the while, like, he pulls up a hologram image of Andor, so either he wants to hunt this dude down so he can get back into the good graces of the Empire, corporate sector, whatever he's gonna do. But at the end, he goes into his room and then he pulls the holo image of the young Andor that he found, like, evidence for. So there's that story. Then with the Imperials, it's still with the ISB bureau moving in, taking over, like what they were doing. I forget the name of the planet, but they're moving in, taking over. And then the back of the office, other officer, I forget her name, she's seeing the seeds of, like, rebellion, like popping up at random places. And I thought it was kind of a cool moment in this episode when she name dropped some names of planets that we know for sure, like Hosnian Prime. If you guys don't know, that's the planet that was blown up in episode 7. That wasn't Coruscant, that was Hosnian Prime. Different planet, kind of looks the same. That's the eventual capital of the New Republic. They mentioned Jakku. They mentioned a few planets that we know from either movies, TV shows, or games, and I was like, okay, they're name dropping stuff. Then after that, we go back to Cassian, and he's basically I think that there's one guy in that group who kind of suspects something off about him, because every time they do something around Cassian's like kind of proximity, like he's like, don't touch me, or put that down. It's like, all right, why are you acting suspicious, dude? We know you either aren't who you say you are, or you have something. They kind of bond at first, and then it's like, okay, he shows him his tattoos, and it's like, okay, so wait, so you went to a detention center as a kid, because he's like, oh yeah, I got this tattoo, and you know what this one means and this one means. So it's like, okay, I know kind of who you are, but at the same time, I still don't know who you are. They're all walking up to the mountain to go, to the Imperial base, and dude like pulls a knife on him and steals his kyber crystal. Like, I knew it. Like, why are we gonna go steal stuff when this guy has like a fortune around his neck? Because not only does he have a kyber crystal, he has like a kind of a really rare kind of kyber crystal. I think it said it was like a sky kyber crystal. So if you guys know anything about kyber crystals, that's what powers the Jedi's lightsaber. In Rogue One, that's what also powers the super laser on the Death Star. So that's why Empire were stealing kyber crystals. And Jyn Erso, her mother, gave her a kyber crystal, so she wears that around her neck. But Cassian's kyber crystal is big, blingy, and crazy looking. So obviously worth a fortune. The officer that is in cahoots with that sect of rebels, like they kind of show his kind of day to day in the Imperial base, and it's very monotonous. It's very boring there, and you could tell he's bored. His men are bored. At the base, they're all kind of gearing up for an inspection, and then also this natural event that's supposed to take place every so often, every so years. It's like a light, kind of like a natural light show. And then after that, we kind of go back to Luthen. That's his name, Luthen. Stellan Skarsgård's character, Luthen. It took me forever. I'm being honest, like, I love the writing in the show, the acting and everything, but there's so very little things that like happen that, you know, compared to the other Star Wars shows that are kind of keeping me. I feel like something has to happen for me to remember like a character's name. Like I remember most everybody's names from obviously The Mandalorian, Book of Boba, and, you know, Kenobi, because stuff happened in that show. There was some kind of action. And that's not to say like I don't want there to be like some crazy action set piece in every episode. I just something kind of like a slow burn. So it's very hard for me to remember a lot of things from the show. You know, I don't want to say it's not interesting. This is a very interesting show. This is very slow for Star Wars for me. I'm not saying I need lightsabers and Jedi. I just pick up the pace just a little bit. Being 100% real. Kind of like the highlights of this episode for me was the fact that there was a TIE fighter flying over Cassian in the group and then the Imperial base. And I'm like, there we go. Thank God. That's Star Wars. There's some Star Wars right there for me. I feel bad for saying that, but it's kind of true. A little bit, like it is a little true. The other thing is like, the other interesting thing about this episode is like, so at the end of this episode, they show Luthen in his office, talking about the job that's about to be, you know, that Cassian is about to do. And you got confirmation from episode 4 about there was two little things in his office in the back room that it's like, oh yeah, that's what that is. So there is obviously the Jedi holocron, like the square, you know, box. That's the Jedi holocron, and you got the Sith holocron, which is like a triangle. So for you guys who don't know, Jedi and Sith holocrons are basically these. It's like basically how the Jedi and Sith keep their teachings stored. It's kind of like a external hard drive in a sense, where the Jedi and Sith like kind of upload their teachings and stuff, and only the Jedi or Sith or, you know, can open them. I think with the Sith one, only people either strong with the dark side or using the dark side can open it. But anyway, they're sitting there on his in his background, his office. There's also, and this is what kind of made me like, oh snap, because I was looking for it in the episode. So there are the Shankara stones from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom sitting up on the top of the shelf. Now, if you guys don't know what the Shankara stones are, they're from, like I said, Temple of Doom. They were the main MacGuffin in that. They were stones with these crystals inside. I believe, from what I remember, you like spoke the words and then the crystals like lit up. And go watch Temple of Doom. If you guys don't know, yeah. That was like another Easter egg. And so like I said, from episode 4, you had Indiana Jones's whip frozen in a small carbonite block. You also had the fertility god idol that was from Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's like the, you know, the thing that he like, you know, has like the bag of sand and he like swaps it over, you know, that thing. And then I was like wondering, I'm like, okay, they got that. And then somebody said they had the Shankara stones. I didn't see them until now, until it was like, all right, it's all in focus, you can see it. But it's there, voila. From what I'm guessing, what I'm thinking how this show was gonna go, it's like every 3 episodes is like a build up for like some big event. Like the first 3 episodes that they dropped, you know, all together that you could just binge all at once. It was like the slow build up until something happened in episode 3. And I feel like that's happening right now with, you know, things right now with episode 4 and 5. 4 I like, 5 is like, No, but I feel like there's going to be the payoff, obviously, episode 5, and maybe into 6. Who knows? It's 12 episodes. I'm honestly, like, one of my friends reminded me that Saw Gerrera is in this show, Forrest Whitaker. So I can't wait until, like, things pick up and we get there. As the writer and director said in an interview, that this first season is going to be a very slow burn, but when it comes to the end of it and then into season 2, then that's when things are going to really pick up, and it's going to get closer to the things we know, closer to Rogue One, closer to all that, which I'm excited to see. Honestly, like I said, like, I'm really liking what they're doing, the show. It's just the pacing is a little slow for me. Do not watch this show if you just got off from work and it's late. Right afterwards. But anyway, let me know what you guys thought about this. Let me know what you thought about this whole episode. Did you like it? Did you not? Did you see the things I saw? Like, the holocrons, the Shankara stones. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys thought about this episode. Let me know what you expect from episode 6 coming up. And yeah, if you like this, please hit that like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell to get notifications for all my latest videos, because that would be great. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Take care. See you in the next one. May the force be with you. Bye.
Han Solo. I'm captain of the Millennium Falcon.